We all know that in the course of life, kindness is often considered a noble value that brings positive impacts. However, have we ever questioned whether kindness in all its forms is always beneficial? Through the lens of Stoicism, let us critically examine 9 ways how kindness can ruin our lives. Despite its positive image, could there be hidden risks that we need to be aware of? Let's dig deeper to understand the complex impact of too much kindness. Before we dive into the content, make sure you have your favorite beverage ready and sit comfortably as we are about to embark on a brain-twisting journey. Don't be surprised if what you'll encounter makes you rethink the true meaning of kindness. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on this exciting journey. Let's explore 9 unexpected steps together that will make you ponder, can too much kindness ruin a life? I promise it will be an electrifying and reflective journey. Without further ado, let's get started. 1. Possibility of abuse of kindness. The possibility of abuse in the pursuit of kindness carries great risk, especially when acts of kindness can be taken advantage of by dishonest individuals. Often, people who are too kind and want to help everyone can become easy targets for those with unkind intentions. The desire to provide support can open the door to manipulation and abuse. Dishonest people may deliberately take advantage of someone's kindness for personal gain. They could use this situation as an opportunity to ask for financial favors, manipulate emotions, or even capitalize on someone's sincerity to achieve their own goals. In some cases, individuals trying to do a good deed may not realize that they are being taken advantage of, increasing the risk of abuse. In addition, the risk of manipulation is also a reality that must be faced. People with ill intentions may use a person's willingness to help as a means to control or take advantage of a situation. This can lead to a loss of control over personal decisions, as well as harming other aspects of one's life. Therefore, it is important to remain vigilant and critical of situations where kindness can be taken advantage of, and understand the boundaries that need to be put in place to maintain a balance between helping and protecting oneself. 2. Loss of identity. The loss of self-identity in an effort to please others can be a serious challenge that leads to the risk of identity confusion. People who focus too much on meeting the expectations of others may lose a clear understanding of who they really are, what values they hold, and what their purpose in life is. This risk can arise when a person pursues positive perceptions from others without considering alignment with personal values. In the process, they may adjust their behavior, opinions, or lifestyle to fit the expectations of others, thus losing the aspects that make them unique. When self-identity is so closely tied to how others see them, the individual may experience identity confusion. They may have difficulty distinguishing between what they really want and what is expected of them by others. It is important to remember that maintaining the integrity of personal identity is key to a fulfilling life. Creating a balance between providing support to others and maintaining self-identity is an important step towards maintaining mental health and long-term happiness. 3. Emotional exhaustion. Emotional exhaustion arising from helping others too much can have serious consequences, including the risk of burnout and mental exhaustion. Being emotionally involved in helping others without regard to personal boundaries can be a significant drain on energy. A constant emotional burden can lead to mental exhaustion. People involved in helping often feel the pressure of the difficult situations they encounter and carry an inevitable emotional burden. This can affect their mental capacity and increase the risk of mental fatigue. The risk of burnout also becomes real when one is overly involved in providing support. Burnout is a condition in which a person feels overall physical and mental exhaustion, loses motivation, and may feel apathetic towards the tasks they perform. This can negatively impact mental and physical health, as well as overall productivity. To address the risk of burnout, it is important to set clear boundaries in providing support and prioritize one's own emotional health. One needs to recognize the signs of burnout and give themselves time to rest and reflect on the support they provide, so as to maintain emotional balance and avoid burnout. 4. The onset of excessive guilt. The overwhelming guilt of not being able to help everyone can be a significant emotional burden, even to the point of preventing personal happiness. People who are overburdened by feelings of guilt may feel like they always have to reach unattainable standards in helping others. Excessive feelings of guilt can create a negative cycle where one always feels dissatisfied with their efforts, regardless of how much they have contributed. This can limit personal happiness, as a constant focus on feelings of guilt can replace the positive experiences and satisfaction of good deeds done. It is important to realize that it is impossible to help everyone or meet all needs. Embracing this understanding can help reduce excessive guilt. In addition, it is important to internalize and appreciate the positive impact that has been made, rather than constantly lamenting the inability to help everyone. Managing guilt wisely allows one to prioritize personal happiness and find a healthy balance between providing support to others and taking care of oneself. 5. Difficulty making decisions. When a person is too kind, he may face difficulties in making decisions because he always considers the interests of others above himself. A Stoic figure who might illustrate this situation is Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and a famous Stoic philosopher. Marcus Aurelius, in his famous writings, Meditations, emphasized the importance of justice and service to society. However, when the kindness shown by a person reaches extreme levels, as illustrated by Marcus Aurelius, there is the potential for them to lose clarity in personal decision-making. Overly considering the interests of others can make one hesitate and find it difficult to set priorities in one's own life. Marcus Aurelius himself, although known as a wise leader, also faced moral dilemmas in managing policies that may have gone against the principles of Stoicism that he espoused. In the context of excessive kindness, Stoic figures like Marcus Aurelius can serve as an example of how focusing too much on the interests of others can cloud personal decision-making. Despite good intentions, dilemmas and uncertainties can arise when one tries to fulfill the expectations of others without fully considering the impact on oneself. 6. Priority imbalance. Priority imbalance, especially when kindness trumps actual priorities, carries serious risks in daily life. When one focuses too much on acts of kindness without considering more pressing priorities, this can result in costly sacrifices. Stoicism warns that prioritizing the good without taking into account the priorities that correspond to one's values and purpose in life can lead to disorientation. Placing the good above all else without taking into account basic needs or more pressing responsibilities can be detrimental to oneself and others. In this context, Stoicism emphasizes the concept of logos, i.e., reason, as a guide for determining true priorities. One is invited to consider the long-term consequences of their decisions and ensure that the good actions taken are in line with core values and the larger purpose of life. An imbalance of priorities can lead to burnout, frustration, and even failure in achieving more important goals. Stoicism therefore emphasizes the need to be wise in prioritizing, so that the good pursued can reflect true wisdom that supports the overall balance of one's life. 7. Loss of personal boundaries. The loss of personal boundaries can lead us into an infinite maze that threatens our life balance. When we struggle to draw the line between personal obligations and needs, we risk getting caught in an endless spiral of burnout. Like a dancer who keeps moving without rest, the risk of physical and mental exhaustion becomes more and more real. We may find ourselves performing endless daily routines, ignoring the signs of fatigue that should signal a pause. Without clear boundaries, we become like robots that keep operating without an off switch. We get stuck in a cycle of delivering without paying attention to ourselves, until eventually we are stranded on the edge of emotional exhaustion. The difficulty of setting personal boundaries also opens the door for external pressures to take over our lives. We may find ourselves caught up in the demands of others without realizing that we also have the right to protect our personal space and time for self-care. Therefore, it is very important to develop skills in setting healthy boundaries. This is not a sign of selfishness, but a form of wisdom to ensure that we can provide support and kindness to others in a sustainable way. By maintaining personal boundaries, we give ourselves permission to celebrate life more meaningfully and avoid the trap of burnout that can damage our overall quality of life. 8. Waste of time and energy. In an excess of kindness, we often get caught up in the vortex of wasting time and energy, not realizing that the sustainability of our lives also requires attention and focus. Stoic philosophy teaches the wisdom of prioritizing personal needs without losing empathy for others. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic Roman emperor, reminds us that time is a precious commodity. Let us not waste it on things that do not provide true value. In the balance between helping others and taking care of oneself, Stoic philosophy offers insightful insights. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, taught that one must know when to stop, be it in rendering assistance or in devoting oneself to the affairs of others. We must take care that sincere kindness does not become a tormentor to ourselves. Consider kindness wisely, not just as a burden, but as a wisdom to keep life in balance. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, reminds us that nothing is worth anything except what we do with our time. Therefore, in helping others, it is important for us to reflect and choose actions that make a positive impact without compromising sustainability and personal happiness. By doing so, we not only become doers of good, but also protect ourselves from unnecessary waste. 9. Dependency. In excessive kindness lies the potential for dependency, which can weaken an individual's strength. When others rely too much on our kindness, such as seeing us as the pillar of their lives, ironically, this can rob them of the independence that should be developed. It's as if we become a protective cloth that covers them from the harshness of life's challenges. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, taught that self-reliance is true wealth. This understanding details that when we become a crutch for others, we not only harm them, but also strip them of the valuable experience of growing and learning through their own struggles. When kindness becomes a tightrope, it may appear that we are providing support, but in reality, we may be hindering their developmental potential. Therefore, in extending kindness, it is important to provide space for others to find the strength to face their trials in life. Only then, true kindness can give birth to courage and self-reliance, rather than detrimental dependence. In the pursuit of kindness, we need to realize that overdoing it can also bring risks. It is important to find a balance between providing support to others and taking care of ourselves. By recognizing our limits, maintaining emotional balance, and setting wise priorities, we can avoid the potential negative impact of excessive kindness. Let us continue to step into life with wisdom, understanding that true kindness reflects not only good actions, but also wisdom in maintaining the balance of our lives. May this journey of kindness bring positive impact without compromising personal well-being. Thank you for accompanying us in this reflection, and see you in the next video.